Today we will be going through IGCSE Cambridge Mathematics Paper 4 Extended 058042 May-June 2015. Question number 1. Last year a golf club charged this many dollars for a family membership. This year the cost increased by 12%. Calculate the cost of the family membership this year. So 12% increase will be adding 100 in 12, so it will be 112% of 1650. So this will be the amount, and this we can calculate 112 divided by 100 into 1650, and this will be equal to 1848. So this will be equal to $1848. This will be our answer. B part, the golf club runs a competition. The total prize money is shared in a ratio. First prize ratio, second prize is 9:5. The first prize is $500 more than the second prize. Calculate the total prize money for the competition. So we can apply basically difference of ratios rule over here. So difference of ratios will be 9 minus 5, which is equal to 4. And this is difference of ratios. So we got difference of ratios, and difference of amount is 500. So we can write difference of amount is equal to 500, and so difference of amount, which is 500, divided by the total amount, which is suppose x, will be equal to difference of ratios, which is 4, divided by the sum of ratios, which is 9 plus 5 will be 14. So this is equal to 14. This will be our equation, and this implies we can cross multiply this with this, and it will be 4x is equal to 500 into 14. So 500 multiplied by 14 will be 7000. So we can write here 7000, and x will be equal to 7000 divided by 4, and 7000 divided by 4 will be $1750. So $1750 will be our answer for this part. And then they are saying second part, what percentage of the total prize money is given as the first prize? So 1750 is basically the total amount given, but the second prize is 500 less. So we will subtract this one. First prize is 500 more than this one. So 1750 minus 500 will be equal to 1250. So 1750 minus 500 will be equal to $1250, and $1250 is basically the first prize. So it will be like 1250 divided by 1750 and multiply by 100. We can calculate this. Basically we have to calculate the first prize, and this will not be the exact calculation. So how we will find the exact calculation? We know that the total amount is $1750, and from this ratio we know that this is 9 portions of this one is first prize. So 1750 divided by 9, basically divided by total, which is 14, sum of the ratios, and multiply this by 9. This will be the amount for first prize. So if we calculate this, 9 into 1750 and divided by 14, this will be equal to 1125. So 1125, this will be our first prize amount. This will be the first prize amount. Now we have to check this. 1125 is percentage of Total amount is 1750 and percentage 100. So in form of percentage, we can take 1125 multiply by 100 and divided by 1750, and this will be resulting to, basically we have written 720. Instead of 720 we have to write 725, 1125. So 1125 into 100 divided by this will be equal to 64.285, or we can round it to 64.3. So 64.3 will be our rounded final answer in terms of percentage. For the members of golf club, the ratio men ratio children is 11:2. The ratio women ratio children is 10:3. Find the ratio of men ratio women. This is basically equalization of ratios question. So men ratio children, what we can do, we can write men ratio children, and this is children ratio women ratio children, so we can write children ratio women, and we will be writing men ratio children is 11:2, and children ratio women is 3:10. So 3 here and 10 here. Now we have to equalize these two numbers, so we can change both into 6. So multiply this by 3 and multiply this by 2, and the final answer which we will be getting will be 11:6, and this ratio will be resulting to 6:20. This will be 33 ratio, basically 33:6, and this will be 6:20. So men ratio women will be 33:20. So we can write here men, which is 33, and this will be 20. This will be our final answer for this part. Now second part, the golf club has 24 members who are children. Find the total number of members. So from the previous question we can check if this is basically the ratio is what? Ratio is 33:6:20. So we can write here men, we can copy the ratio men ratio children ratio women is 33:6:20. This is what we have copied from the previous part over here, and then find the total number of members. Now this is 24, so this will be resulting to 24 by multiplying it by 4. So we can multiply everything by 4. So 33 multiplied by 4 will be equal to 132. So this will be 132, and 20 multiplied by 4 will be 80, and we can find the sum. Sum will be equal to 132 plus 24 plus 80, and this will be 132 plus 24 plus 80, and this will be resulting to 236, and 236 will be our answer for this one. Then D part, the club shop sold a box of golf balls for this much dollars. The shop made a profit of 20% on the cost price. Calculate the cost price of the golf. So suppose X is the cost price. On X they are taking profit of 20%, so 120 over 100. This will be in case of profit. In case of loss it will be 100 minus 20, so in that case it will be 80, and this is equal to $20.40, and this implies X is equal to 20.40 will be multiplied by this 100 divided by 120, and this will be resulting to, we can find this fraction, 20.40 into 100 divided by 120. This will be resulting to $17. So we can write here $17. as answer. This is done. Question number 2, this is a circle theorem question. Diagram is provided. In diagram, B, C, D and E lie on the circle. Center O, center is O, diagram is not to scale. AB and AD, AB and AD are tangents to the circle. Angle BAD is equal to 48, BAD is equal to 48. Find angle ABD. So ABD will be this angle. We know these two tangents are equal to each other because they are tangent. So they will be, if these two are equal, so these angles will also be equal. This angle and this angle will be equal to each other. So 180 minus 48, and this will be divided by 2 to get this angle. This will be angle ABD, and we can find this one. This will be 180 minus 48 and divided by 2. This will be resulting to 66. So this angle is 66 and this angle is also 66 basically. So 66 degrees. Next, second part, angle OBD, O, B and D. So this angle is basically required. Now what we can do, we can find this angle also. We know that tangent is making an angle of 90 degree with the radius. So OB is radius and this is 90 degree OBA, and out of that 90 degree this angle is 66. So remaining angle will be OBD, which is 90 minus 66. So we can write here 90 degree minus 20, basically 90 minus 66. So 90 minus 66 degree will be equal to 24 degrees. So our answer will be 24 degrees. Angle BCD, BC and D, this angle is required. So this angle is 24, this is also 24 because this and this are equal because they are radii. OD and OB are equal. Now these two angles are 24. We can find the angle at a center. So angle at the center will be basically 180 minus 48. 180 minus 48 will be equal to 132. So this angle at the center will be 132, and BD is basically the arc on which this is angle at the center, and BCD will be angle to the circumference, which will be half of 132. So half of 132 will be equal to 66. So this angle will be 66 degrees. So we can write here 66 degrees. Then angle BED, B, E and D, this angle is basically required, and BCDE is cyclic quadrilateral, and these opposite angles should add up to 180 degrees. So 180 minus 66, 180 minus 66 will be equal to 114. So this angle will be 114 degrees. This will be 114 degrees. These two angles are adding up to 180 degrees. B part, the radius of the circle is 15 centimeter. Calculate the area of triangle BOD. BOD is basically this triangle. I'll lightly shade this. Okay, so BOD, this triangle, they are asking for this area of this triangle. So area of triangle we can find. So we have basically radius is provided 15 centimeters. So this is 15, this is also 15. So these two sides into this angle 132. So we can use this one. So half into A into B into sine C. Sine will be 132 degrees, and this will be basically the area. So this one we can simplify. 0.5 into 15 into 15 into sine of 132 degrees, and this will be resulting to 83.60. So 83.60 centimeter square, because this is in centimeters, so we can write here centimeter squares. So it's 83.60 will be final answer. Give a reason why ABOD is cyclic quadrilateral, because they're all four vertices are on the circumference of the circle. So vertices is on the circumference of the same circle. This will be the reason for this answer. Give reason. ABOD. Basically ABOD. No, this is not cyclic quadrilateral, because A is outside. I was thinking this is this one, but A is outside, so we cannot write this reason for this. We'll have to look for another reason, because A is outside the circle. In case of a circle which is inside, basically for vertices on the circumference, we can give this reason. So cyclic quadrilateral, because they are adding up to, these opposite angles are adding up to 180 degree. This is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, so they are adding up to 180 degree. This one and this one is also adding up to 180 degree. So we will write opposite angles. Opposite angles add up to 180 degrees. This will be the reason for this. Now question number 3. On the first part of a journey, Alan drove a distance of X kilometer and his car used this much fuel. The rate of fuel used by his car was this liters, 600 over X liters per 100 kilometer. Alan then drove another this much kilometer on his car, used another 6 liters of fuel. Write down an expression in terms of X for the rate of fuel used by his car on this part of the journey. Give your answer in liter per 1000 kilometer. So distance is 600, basically 600 kilometers. So we can write 600 divided by, basically 600 divided by X plus 20. This is basically the kilometers. Alan then drove this much kilometer and his car used 6 liters of fuel. So per 100 kilometer we have to write. So this will be 600 over X plus 200. This will be our final answer, X plus 20. On this part of the journey, the rate of the fuel used by the car decreased by 1.5 liter per 1000 kilometers. Show that this is equal to this one equation, quadratic equation we have to form. So the difference between this number and this number, which is 600 over X minus 600 divided by X plus 20, and difference is what? Difference is 1.5 liters. So 1.5 liters. And this will be, now we have to just simplify, and to simplify this in an easier way. So what we can do, we can take LCM. So X, basically what we can do, we can take LCM. So X and x plus 20, and this will be 600 into x plus 20 and minus x into this, so 600x, and this is equal to 1.5. Now we can further simplify, and this will be 600x plus 600 into 20. 600 into 20 will be 12,000 basically. This will be 12,000 and minus 600x. Divide this one, we can shift to this side, so it will be 1.5x into x plus 20, and this one will be cancelled with this, so our equation will be, I will write this side first, so 1.5x into x plus 20, this side is equal to this one, 12000. So this, now we can shift 1.5 to this side, so x remaining will be x into x plus 20 is equal to 12000 divided by 1.5, and if we divide this 12000 divided by 1.5, and this will be 8000, so this is 8000. Now we can multiply this, this will be x square plus 20x and minus 8000 is equal to 0, and this is the equation which is the same as this one which we have shown. Then solve the equation. Now we have to solve this quadratic equation. So to solve this quadratic equation, we will use mode 5.3 and check what will be the factorization. So coefficient of x square is 1, coefficient of x is 20, and my x constant will be minus 8000, and this will be giving 80 and minus 100, so x plus 100 and x minus 80. So one step more we can write here, like for example x into x minus 80 and plus 100 into x minus 80 is equal to 0. So before this one we can write this step, then this one, and then we can write x is equal to minus 100 and x is, or x is equal to basically, or x is equal to 80. So negative value will be these two are the solutions, so we can write here minus 100 and 80. These will be the two solutions of this equation. Find the rate of fuel used by Alan's car for the complete journey. Give your answer in liters per 100 kilometer. If we check the total petrol used, basically fuel used is basically 6 plus 6. So if we check the start of the question, so 6 liters over here and 6 liters over here, so 12 liters basically fuel is consumed, and distance covered is, one is this one x distance, x kilometers, the other one is x plus 20 kilometers. So we'll add the total distance so x plus 20, this will be the distance, and to calculate per 100 kilometer we will multiply this by 100, so this will be equal to 12 over x value we found, this negative value we'll ignore, we'll use the positive value, so it will be 80 plus 80 and plus 20, and this will be equal to, we can calculate this, this will be 12 over 80 plus 80 plus 20, and this will result into 1 over 15, which is 0.66. Basically we have not multiplied it by 100, so we'll multiply over here by 100 and we will get answer as 6.66, or we can write 6.67. So this will be the rounded answer, 6.67 liters per 100 kilometer. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 4 is sector. A sector of a circle has a radius of 12 centimeter. This side is 12, this side will also be 12 centimeter. An angle of 135, not to scale. Calculate the length of arc of the sector. Give your answer in as a multiple of pi. So length formula, we know length is equal to theta over 360 into 2 pi r, and this will be equal to theta is 135 degrees over 360 degrees, and multiply by 2 pi into radius is 12, so radius will be 12 over here, and this will be resulting to, we can write 135 over 360 multiply by 2 into pi and multiply by 12. This will be equal to 9 pi, so 9 pi will be our answer for this part over here. The second part, the sector is used to make a cone. Calculate the base radius. So this will be the base radius. Now we are joining basically this with this one, and this will be the circumference of the circle, base circle, and 12 will be the height. So this height will be, basically this will be the 12 centimeter slanting height. So this is slanting height. We have to find the radius and height of this cone. So the circumference of this circle will be 2 pi r, so we can write 2 pi r, and this will be same as this length, because this length is changing to the circumference of the circle. And this one we have calculated 9 pi, so this will be equal to 9 pi, and we can find r is equal to 9 pi over 2 pi, and pi will be cancelled, so it will be 4.5 centimeters. So 4.5 centimeters will be the radius. Calculate the height. So height we can calculate by Pythagoras theorem. So 12 squared is equal to h squared plus r squared, which is 4.5 squared. So h will be equal to 12 squared minus 4.5 squared and root, and this will be, h will be equal to, we can find this, root of 12 squared minus 4.5 squared, and this will be equal to 11.12. So 11.12, we can write here 11.12 centimeters. This will be our answer. Now B part, the diagram shows a plant pot. It is made by removing a small cone from a large cone and adding a circular base. So this is basically the circular base, which is shaded one, which they have attached, and remove this small cone from this bigger cone, and which is not to scale. So on the next page, this is the cross section of the plot pot. So cross section of this one they have provided basically this. So find the value of L, and L is this length, so we have to find the value of this length. So we can check the ratios of basically the bases, these two triangles. For example, this triangle will be similar to this bigger triangle, so ratio of these two will be giving us ratio from, so a smaller part this side we have, so we can calculate this bigger. For this one, remaining we can calculate, this will be L minus 35, so we can check for this one also, we can check. So we can write basically the ratios of this smaller triangle and bigger triangle. So if we check this length will be L minus 35. So we can write L minus 35, this length. And this we can write basically this ratio over this one will be K factor will be equal to 15 over 8, which is equal to, basically we can divide 15 divided by 8 will be equal to 1.875. So 1.875, this will be our factor. So now we can check this ratio, this one with the bigger one, so it will be L over basically L minus 35. L minus 35 over L will be equal to 1 of this ratio, 1.875, and now we can cross multiply. So this will be L is equal to L minus 35 or L minus 35 into 1.875, and now we can basically write this one. L is equal to 1.875 L, this multiplied by this, minus 35 into this one, this into 35 will be equal to 65.625. 65.625, and this we can shift to this side and take L common, so it will be 1 minus 1.875 is equal to minus 65.625, and this one we can shift to this side, so L will be equal to minus 65.625 divided by this one, 1 minus 1.875. So this number basically we can divide minus 65.625 divided by 1 minus 1.875, and this will be resulting to 75. So this length is basically 75 centimeters. Second part, they are saying calculate the total surface area of the outside of the part, and the formula they have provided: the curved surface area A of the cone with the radius R and slanting height L is provided by A is equal to pi R L. The easiest route for this part is basically applying first term formula, and if we check this shape basically, which is reduced from the cone, we have removed a smaller cone from a bigger cone, so this shape is known as basically first term, this one. And the formula which we will apply, I will write on the other page. I will write formula over here, which you can see, and area basically curved surface area of this first term will be equal to pi into capital R plus small r. Capital R, we will be taking the bigger side radius, this one will be our capital R, this will be our small r, and root of capital R minus small r squared plus h squared, and h is basically this height, h, perpendicular height. So to check for the perpendicular height, this is basically the easiest route which I will recommend. So to find the perpendicular height, we can take this triangle, and this will be the shaded triangle which we can take, and this is 8, so this will be, this portion will be 15 minus 8, so it will be 7 centimeters. This side is 7 centimeters, this side is 35 centimeters. So by Pythagoras theorem we can find this side, and this will be basically the height h we will find and replace over here. This will be curved surface area. With this one we will be attaching the base, which is pi r square, and that will be the total surface area. First we'll find the curved surface area and then we will find the total surface area. So this is basically pi into capital R is 15, so 15 plus 8, which is smaller side radius basically, and this will be 15 minus 8 squared and plus height we can find, so h squared basically will be equal to 35 squared minus 7 squared, so h will be equal to root of 35 squared minus 7 squared, and we can calculate this. Root of 35 squared minus 7 squared, and this will be equal to 14 under root 6. So this will be our h value which we can use in this. So in brackets we can write 14 under root 6 squared. This is our curved surface area. Now in total surface area, because they are asking for total surface area which will be having base of the cone also. Where is that base of the cone? Basically I'll show you the drawing again. This one, curved surface area of this upper portion we have calculated. Now we are going to attach this base with that one, with that area, and this base is basically circular, so area of this base will be pi r squared, and r is the radius of the smaller side which is 8, so we will add in this one. So total surface area will be equal to this one. I will copy this whole pi into, this will be basically 23, so I will write here 23, and root of this will be 7 squared plus this will be 7 squared plus 14 root of 6 whole squared, this one, and plus we will add 2 this is not 2, pi r squared, so we will write here pi r squared, so pi r is 8, and this is basically the smaller side radius which is 8, so we are taking this one, pi r squared being 8 squared like this. Now we have to just calculate this figure, so it will be 23 pi and multiply by root of 7 squared and plus in brackets 14 root of 6, and we can take square of this, and plus pi basically it will be under yes, so plus it will be without under, plus this one will be pi and 8 squared, so 8 squared like this. So this will be, we have to put multiplication sign, so this will be equal to 869 pi. This is in terms of pi, so we will check the decimal, 2730, so answer will be 2730. This will be centimeter cube square. This will be our answer because this is surface area. So this is again this is the formula which you will have to memorize. This is surface area, curved surface area of first term, and I have explained what is the first term, so you can go through the solution again if you want to revise this. And this is basically the base which we have attached. If in your exam if they are asking for curved surface area, then no need to add this. If they are asking for total surface area, you have to add this base. That's all. This will be the final solution. Now some cones are mathematically similar. For these cones the mass m grams is proportional to the cube of the base radius r. One of the cones has mass of this one and the base is this one. Find an expression for m in terms of r. This is basically proportionality question. So we can write m is proportional to q r cube, and this implies m is equal to k r cubed, and we can replace this value. 1458 is equal to, this m value is equal to k into r, which is 4.5, so 4.5 cubed. So k will be equal to 1458 over 4.5 cubed, and this will be resulting to, we can find this one, 1458 over 4.5 cubed will be equal to 16. So this value we can replace in this equation. So m is equal to 16 r cubed, and m is equal to 16 r cubed. This will be our answer. Two of the cones have the radii in the ratio of 2:3. Write down the ratio in their masses. So we'll take the cube basically of this one. So cube of ratios we can take, which is 8 ratio cube of 2 ratio 3 cubed, so it will be 8 ratio 27. This will be our answer for this part. Question number 5, equation is provided, which is this one. Complete the table of values. We have to complete this table of values. We can just type this equation first. So x squared, so it will be x squared and minus 2 and x, and plus this will be 12 over again x will be in this one. So this is the equation, and we can check this one for minus 4. So calculate for minus 4, and this should result to 21. So this is giving us 21. Now we can check for minus 2. So calculate for minus 2. This will give us answer as 2. So our value over here will be 2. Now we can calculate for 3. So calculate for x is equal to 3. This will be resulting to 7. So this value is 7. So table of values we have completed. Now we have to, on the grid, draw the graph of this one for this range and this one. So we have to take this point, minus 4 and 21. So minus 4 is this value and 20 is this one, 25. So 21 will be in this point. Hopefully you can see clearly this one. Minus 3 and 11. So minus 3 and 10 and 11 will be this point. Then comes to minus 2 and 2. So 2 will be this point. Then minus 1 and minus 9. So minus 1 and minus 9 will be over here. And the next point is minus 0.5 and minus 22.75. So 22.75. This is basically 22.5. So 24.75 we can take over here. Now we have to draw the other side. 0.5 will be this one and 23.25. So 21, 22, 23, 23.25 we can take over here. And then 1 and 11 will be this point, and 2 and 6 will be over here. And the next point is 3 and 7. So 3 and 7 will be 5, 6 and 7, and 4 and 11. So 4 and 11 we can take over here. So 4 and 11 will be this point. Now we have drawn these points. We have to draw the graph for these values. Now we can basically draw a smooth line for that one, and we can rotate the page for our convenience to draw the curve. So I'm rotating the page like this, so we can draw a smoother line like this one. So almost smoother line. So this one also we can draw like this one. So this is basically done. Almost smoother line. For this side also we can rotate the page and draw smoother curve like this one, and we can further rotate. This should not be double line basically, and you will have to draw a thin line for your curve like this. Hopefully you understood, and the practice gradually will be improving your smoothness of the curve. Now C part, by drawing a suitable tangent, find an estimate of the gradient of the graph at point 1 and minus 11, 1 and 11. So 1 and 11 is basically this point. So we'll draw a tangent at this point. So tangent at this point we can draw over here. It should touch only at a single point, so we can draw a tangent like this. So this is the tangent which we have drawn. So we can consider basically this whole triangle we can consider for the gradient. Hopefully you are understanding everything. So this side is 22.5, so this side is 22.5, and this side is 2, so we can find 22.5 divided by 2, and this will be resulting to 11.25. So for the working, what we can do, we can write here m is equal to rise over run, and this is equal to 22.5 over 2, and keep in mind this is right side is lower, so we will take negative side, and this will be equal to 11 minus 11.25. So this will be our gradient, minus 11.25. This will be our answer for this part. The equation, this equation has exactly two distinct solutions. Use the graph to find the value of k. So two distinct solutions we can check for this one. Over here it will be having three distinct solutions because it is going up. So two distinct solutions will be, this is also three solutions. So at this location basically this one x is equal to two distinct solutions. This equation is equal to y, so we will be checking the y value. Y value should be in between this one, see 5 to, basically it can be 5 or it can be 6. From 5 to 6, if we check from here, two solutions will be over here on this point. So, and this value is 5.25 we can take for this point, and this point is 2 and basically 6, so this value. So the y value will be equal to 6 for us. So we can write here 6k value will be equal to 6. You understand again, like for example, we are checking the y value. Why we are checking y value? Because in this one they have given this side is equal to k. So y value will be k, which is 6. Now the solutions of this one is equal to k. So solutions, we can write any of these two solutions they are looking for. Now y is equal to 6, we will draw the line and check the solution. Like for example over here we can draw, like for example over here we can draw this line and we will check the x value. So first x value will be this one, which is 2, and the second x value will be minus this one, which is minus 2.4. So minus 2.4 will be our value and 2 will be our value. So this is minus 2.4. I'll show you, like for example over here. Now you can see this is minus 2.4, this is x value, and for this one x value, because for the solutions we require x values. So 2 and minus 2.4 will be our solutions over here. 2 and minus 2.4. The equation, this one, can be solved by drawing the line this on the grid. Find the values of a and b and the value of c. So basically what we can do, we can equalize this equation equal to this one. So x square minus 2x plus 12 over x is equal to 3x plus 1. Now to get rid of this denominator x, we will multiply everything by x, so we will get x cubed minus 2x squared plus 12 is equal to 3x squared plus x, and we can shift this x squared to this side, so x cubed, this will be minus 2 and minus 3, so minus 5x squared, and minus x and plus 12 is equal to 0. So a value will be minus 5, b value will be minus 1, and c value will be 12 over here. I will move the page so that you can see the answer. So this is how we have written a value, b value, and c value over here. Question number 6. The diagram shows the positions of two ships. The diagram shows the position of two ships A and B and a Coast Guard station C. This is Coast Guard station, this is A, this is B. Calculate the distance AB. This AB distance is required, so we can find this distance basically by cos rule between two ships. Show that it rounds to this much. Okay, so AB square, we know the cos AB square is equal to AC square, which is 95.5 squared plus 83.1 squared minus 2 into 95.5 into 83.1 and cos of 101 degrees, and this is what now we have to just calculate. So basically root of this, so we'll later on we can take root of this. So 95.5 square and plus 83.1 squared and minus 2 into 95.5 and into 83.1 cos of 101, and this will be equal to 19. So this is equal to 19054.399. I'll be keeping these digits. So AB will be equal to root of this answer. So root of answer will be equal to 138.037. So rounded to 138. This will be our answer, which is basically required over here. This is in kilometers. So this side is 138 kilometers. Hopefully you understood this. Now B part, the bearing of a Coast Guard station C from ship A is 146. So bearing of C from A, is 146. So this angle is 146 degrees. Calculate the bearing of ship B from A. So bearing of ship B from A is required. So bearing of ship B from A is required. Bearing of ship B from A. So this much angle, basically only this much angle is required. So total angle, this one is 146. We require only this much angle. So for this one, what we can do, we can find this angle, and from this complete angle, which is 146, we will subtract that angle and we will get this angle, remaining angle. So for this angle, we can use sine rule. We have this length and this angle, and this length and this angle. We will be writing for that one, and we will be checking for this length. So we will apply sine rule. So 138 basically, not degree. So 138 divided by sine of 101 will be equal to 83.1 over sine of angle A. So sine of angle A we have to find. So we can write sine A is equal to 83.1 over 138 into sine of 101, and this value we can calculate. So A will be equal to sine inverse of 83.1 over 138 into sine of 101. This we will calculate, and we can check inverse sine of fraction 83.1 over 138 into sine of 101, and this will be equal to 36.235. So this is 36 point, so angle A is equal to 36.235, and now this is basically 36.235, and the remaining angle will be our answer. So that will be 146 minus 36.235, and this will be equal to basically I'll have to move the page, sorry, this one. So 146, which is this angle, this complete angle, minus this value, which is 36.235, and this will be the calculator numbers which I'll be using. So 146 minus answer, 146 minus answer will be resulting to 109.7. So 109.7 will be our answer, 109.7 degrees basically, degrees. Yes, this will be our answer. Now C part, at noon a lighthouse L is 46.2 kilometer from ship B. So this is 46.2 kilometer from ship B on a bearing of 0 to 1. Okay, so ship B sails northwest, north and west, this side. Calculate the distance ship B must sail from its position at noon to be at its closest distance to the lighthouse. So we can just draw a simple drawing for your understanding. So we can draw, for example, this line, and we can consider this as 90-degree angle, although it's not, but so it's not to scale, so we are drawing also rough drawing. This is 90-degree angle, so we have to find basically this distance, how much this distance he will be sailing. So this is total angle is 66. So for this angle, adjacent over hypotenuse will be cos theta, so we can write cos of 66 degree will be equal to, if this point is, for example, this point is S, so we can take SB over 46.2. so this implies SB is equal to 46.2 into cos of 66 degrees, and this will be resulting to 46.2 into cos of 66, and this will be equal to 18.79 or 18.8. we can write answer approximately equal to 18.8. This will be our answer for this part. Question number 7. A group of 50 students estimated the mass m grams of sweets in a jar. The results are shown in the table. So numbers, this frequency table is given. Calculate the estimate of the mean. So to calculate mean, we will be checking for the mid value. So 0 to 200. So 200 divided by 2 will be 100. For this one, this will be 250. And mid value will be 325, and this mid value will be 375, and this will be 450. So this will be the mid range. We have added this. Now we can multiply this with this. So for the mean, we can apply formula. So mean will be equal to sigma fx over sigma f. So 100 multiply by 5, 100 multiply by 5 plus 250 multiply by 9 plus 325 multiply by 18, this multiply by this, and plus 375 multiply by 12 plus last one will be 450 and multiply by 6 and divided by the total number, which is 50 students, so we'll divide by 50, and this will be our mean value. Now carefully we have to do this calculation, otherwise everything will be wrong. So 100 into 5 plus 250 bracket, we have to put 250 into 9 plus 325 into 18 bracket close plus 375 into 12 and plus 450 into 6 and divided by 50, and this is resulting to 316. So 316 will be our final answer for this one. Then they are saying complete this histogram to show the information in the table. So the table information is this one. From 0 to 200 it is 5. So this is representing 5. This much height is representing 5. And 200 to 300 up to this one is 9. So 9 will be, this is basically representing 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So up to 9 will be this one. This is representing 5, so 6, 7, 8, 9 up to this one, and then 400 to 500 is 6 basically. So basically we can use frequency density formula. We know frequency density is equal to frequency over class width. and frequency over class width for this one 200 to 300. 200 to 300 is 9, so 9 divided by class width, which is 100. So 9 divided by 100, 9 divided by 100 will be equal to what? So 9 divided by 100 will be resulting to 0.09. So we'll check from here. 0.5, 0.09 will be over here. So we can draw this line from here. This will be up to 100. So we can close the bar as well. So this will be basically the bar. This one will be the bar, and from 300 to 350 is 18. So 18 divided by class width, which is 50. So 18 divided by class width, this was 0.09. So this one also we can calculate. 18 divided by 50 will be equal to 0.36. 0.36, and this will be 300 to 350 up to this one 0.36, 0.3, 0.35, 0.36 will be up to this one. So we can take bar like this one up to this, and we have to close the top also. So this one will be the bar. Then next one is 12 basically. 12 divided by class width, which is 50. So 12 divided by 50. So we can calculate this. 12 divided by 50 will be resulting to 0.24. 0.24 we will be checking from here. 0.2, 0.24. So 0.2, 1, 2, 3, 4 will be up to this one. So 0.24 will be this bar, which we have basically drawn over here. This will be the third bar. So we are done with this part basically. Now next B part, a group of 50 adults also estimated the mass m grams of the sweets in the jar. The histogram below shows information about their estimates. Use the histogram to make two comparisons between the distribution of the estimates of the students and the adults. So we have to make the comparison of this frequency density and this is mass. These two informations are provided. We have to make comparison of the adults and the students. So if we check this graph basically, which we have done over here, this graph is having range from 0 to 500 grams. So this range, this is more range than this one. This is restricting to 200 to 500. So range in case of adult is shorter or lesser as compared to the range in this histogram. So we can say that students have a greater range. Students, this is students graph. So students have a greater range of estimate. Students have a greater range of estimate. Basically if we check this one, on average adults are having more data on this side, so it will be like this one. So more data in higher masses, but in this case they are having lesser data in this area. So we can say that adults estimated a greater mass. Adults estimated a greater mass. That's all. These are basically two comparisons which we can do. Then Saima sells X biscuits and Y cakes. She sells at least 100 biscuits. Write on an inequality in X. So we have to write on inequality. So X is basically greater than or equal to 100. So at least, because it's saying at least, so we'll include equal to sign as well. She sells at least again, so 120 cakes. So Y will be basically greater than or equal to 120, basically 120. She sells a maximum of 300 biscuits and cakes altogether. So X plus Y is less than or equal to 300. So it's maximum of 300. So it will be like this one. Then Seema, this is basically Seema. Seema makes a profit of 40 cents on each biscuit and 80 cents on each cake. Her total profit is at least $160. Show that this is equal to this one. We have to prove this. So 40 cents on biscuits, so it will be 40x, and 80 cents on cake, so it will be 80y, and it should be greater than equal to $160, which we can change into cents by multiplying it by 100. So this will be basically the cents. Now we can simplify this one. We can divide everything by 40 like this. So this will be cancelled, this will be cancelled by 2, and this will be cancelled. So we can check 16000 divided by 40. This will be resulting to 400. So X plus Y is greater than or equal to 400. This will be our answer for this part, which is basically we have to prove this equation, so which we have done. And B part, on the grid, draw 4 lines to show the 4 inequalities and shade the unwanted region. So X is greater than or equal to X. We will draw first X is greater than or equal to X. So this will be basically the line. X is greater than or equal to X. Then this is basically greater than or equal to 100. X is greater than or equal to 100. This will be the line. Then the second line is X is greater than or equal to 1. Y is greater than or equal to 120. So 100, 110 and 120 will be this one, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah, so this will be basically greater than or equal to will be this line. And the third line is X plus Y is less than or equal to 300. So X plus Y is less than or equal to 300. This is what we have to draw. So the third line, which is X plus Y is equal to 300, that one we have to draw. This line is basically X is greater than or equal to 1, not X, Y is greater than or equal to 120. This is the line which we have drawn over here. So these two lines drawn, and this is the line which we have to draw. X plus Y is equal to 300. So if X is equal to 0, Y will be equal to 300. So this point, and if Y is equal to 0, X will be equal to 300. So this point, so we can join these 2 points, and this is basically this line which we can draw over here. Now this is basically the shading. Draw 4 lines, show that 4 inequalities, and shade the unwanted region. So unwanted region we can shade like this one. So this is basically required. So this all will be unwanted area. So we can shade this unwanted area. Then this less than is also unwanted, so we can shade this region as well. Then we have to shade this lower portion as well. so this lower portion will also be shaded. Only remaining will be this area, this triangular region. And C part, calculate SEMA's maximum profit, give your answer in dollars. So for maximum profit, we can check. This will be maximum profit will be this one over here, which is this point. We can check over here what will be the profit. Basically, we have drawn three inequalities. The fourth inequality we have to draw in this B part, which we can see on the previous part over here. This is basically the fourth inequality, which is x plus, this should be 2y. X plus 2y is equal to 400. This is basically the inequality which we have to draw over here, and x plus 2y is equal to x plus 2y is equal to, basically is greater than equal to 400. So if x is equal to 0, y will be equal to 200. So this point, and if y is equal to 0, x will be equal to 400. So this point, so these 2 points will be the line. So greater than is required, so less than we can shade, and lesser portion will be basically this one. So only the smaller this portion is the unshaded portion of this, basically is only this much portion. Now for this C part, calculate SEMA's maximum profit, give your answer in dollars. So we can identify, basically from this triangle we can identify this region which is having x value as 100, y value as 200. So x is equal to 100, y value is 200, and we know 40x basically in plus 80y, and we can write, like for example, this will be in if we change into this is cents, so we can change into dollars, because answer we need dollars. So 0.04 and 0.80 into y, and this will be resulting to 0.40 into 100, and plus this will be 0.80 into 200, and if we calculate this, this will be 0.40. We can calculate 0.40 into 100, and plus 0.80 into 200, and this will be resulting to 200. So this will be the maximum profit which we have calculated. Question number 9, expand and simplify. This is the bracket. Simply we'll have to just expand. This will be 3x squared minus 6x and minus 6x squared and plus 10x. This multiply with this will be 10x. So 3x squared, and so minus 3x squared, and this will be plus 4x. So we can write answer in this format, or we can write 4x minus 3x squared. This one can also be our answer. So we will write here 4x minus 3x squared. Then factorize the following completely. We have to make pairs. Then we can take 3w common from first two, and it will be 3, not 2, and plus this will be y, and minus 2x we can take common, so it will be 2 plus y, and answer will be 2 plus y and 3w minus 2x. So 2 plus y and second pair will be 3w minus 2x. This will be our answer. Second part, we have to factorize this one, so we can write 2x whole square minus 5y whole square. So a square minus b square will be a plus b, 2x plus 5y, and a minus b, 2x minus 5y. This will be answer, 2x plus 5y, and second part will be 2x minus 5y. Now this one, to simplify this, we can take power separately. This will be 16 raised to the minus 3 by 2 over this will be 9 raised to the minus 3 by 2 and x raised to the 4 into minus 3 by 2. So now we can take help from the calculator. 16 raised to the power minus 3 over 2. This will be equal to 1 over 64. So 1 over 64, this is for this one, and for this 9 raised to the power minus 3 over 2, and this will be equal to 1 over 27. So we can write as denominator this will be 1 over 27, because this is denominator, so we have written as denominator, and 1 over this one also, this will cancel by 2, so 2 into minus 3 will be minus 6, so x raised to the power minus 6. Now we can shift this 27 up, and this will be 64, and this one will be x raised to the power 6, and this will be our final answer, 27 over 64 to x raised to the power 6. Part D, n is an integer. Explain why 2n minus 1 is an odd number. So 2n will be even number. 2n is an even number, and so 2n minus 1, which will be 1 less than even, which is odd, which will be odd. So this is what we can write down in terms of n, the next odd number after 2n minus 1. So 2n minus 1 will be the first odd number, so we can write 2n and plus 1 will be next odd number. Basically we can just add, this is for, if we replace n is equal to, for example, 1, this will be 2 minus 1, which is 1. So next odd number will be 3, so this will be n is equal to 1, which is 3, so this is how we are getting. So we can write 2n plus 1. Then show that the difference between the square of two consecutive odd numbers is a multiple of 8. So square of consecutive odd numbers, so we can suppose first odd number is, for example, 2n plus 1, and which is square, and the second second is 2n minus 1. Basically first odd number is this one and second odd number is this one, so the difference between them will be square, difference between their squares, so squares and their difference. And this one we can calculate, and we can just open this one. So this will be basically 4n squared, a square plus b square, which is 1, and plus 2 into ab, which is 4n. And similarly we can open this, we will keep in brackets, and then after that we will open, this will be 4n squared and plus 1 and minus 4n. And if we open this one, this will be 4n squared plus 1 plus 4n minus 4n squared minus 1 and plus 4n, and we can cancel these two, and this one also we can cancel, and this will be 8n. So this is basically multiple of 8. So we can write here multiple of 8. This is done. Then question number 10, PQ is equal to 5 and minus 8. Find the mod. So mod will be 5 squared plus 8 squared under root. This will be equal to PQ mod, and this one we can find with the calculator. Root of 5 squared plus 8 squared, and this will be equal to basically 9.43. 9.43, so 9.43 will be our answer. Q is the point. 2 and minus 3, find the coordinates of the point P. So we have to find the coordinates of P. So from here we can check. This is 5 and 8, so we can write 5, basically 2 and minus 5, and the second value will be minus 3 and minus into minus 8. So these will be the coordinates, and we can write this one as minus 3, and this will be 3 minus 3 plus 8, which is 5. So minus 3 and 5 will be the coordinates. Then B part, diagram is provided which is not to scale. In the diagram, M is the midpoint. M is the midpoint of AB, and L is the midpoint of OM. The lines OM and AN intersect at L and ON. L and ON is equal to 1 by 3 of OB. ON is 1 by 3 of OB, so this is 1 by 3 of B, so this NB will be 2 by 3 of B. So this is what we have divided. So M is the midpoint, so OA is equal to A and OB is equal to B. Find in terms of A and B in simplest form OM. So OM we have to find this one. So OM we can first find this AB. AB will be equal to minus A plus B. This is basically AB, which is minus A plus B. And this is midpoint, so this will be 1 by 2 of minus A plus B. So we can take for OM, we can write OM is equal to OA plus AM, and this will be equal to A and plus 1 by 2 into minus A plus B. So this will be resulting to 1 by 2A, 1 by 2A and plus 1 by 2B. 1 by 2B, basically 1 by 2B. This will be our answer, or we can take common 1 by 2 and A plus B. We can write this one also as answer. Then they are saying OL. OL is basically ON is equal to 1 by 3. So OL we have to find this one. OL will be this direction, and OL is midpoint of OM. So half of OM. OM we just found, so half of OM will be 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 of A plus B will be answer for this. Then AL. AL is basically this value, this one. So half, we can take this root, minus A plus half of this. So we can write here minus A plus half of this is OL, basically OL is this one. So OL will be 1 by 4 of A plus B, and further we can basically simplify this. This will be minus 3 by 4 of A, and this will be plus 1 by 4 of B. This will be our answer. We can write in this way: minus 3 by 4A plus 1 by 4b. This will be our final answer for this question. Find the ratio of AL and AN in simplest form. So the ratio is required of AL and AN. AL is what? AL is basically minus 3 by 4 A plus 1 by 4B. This is AL. Ratio AN, we have AN, which is basically this one, which is minus A plus 1 by 3B. Minus A plus 1 by 3B. This will be basically the ratio. So if we carefully check this one, so this will be like, for example, if we multiply, this one is basically 1 by 4. If we multiply this one, or what we can do, we can take 1 by 4 common from here. This will be minus 3a plus b, and take 1 by 4 common, and ratio this one we can take, basically we can write minus a plus 1 by 3b like this. So we can multiply this by 3. So this is basically, we can shift this 3 times this one. 3 times this one will be this. And so 4 is 1 by 4 of this one. So we can take basically 1 by 3 common from this side. So if we take basically 1 by 3 common, so inside will be minus 3a plus b. So this and this is same. So minus 3a plus b. So over 1 by 4. Now we can shift this 4 to this side and 3 to this side. So it will be 3 into minus 3a plus b, ratio 4 into minus 3a plus b. So we can write 3 ratio 4. This will be the ratio which we can find over here. Then this is C part. This is basically A, B. The triangles are provided on the grid. Draw the image of triangle A after transformation, represented by this matrix. So we have to draw the transformation. So one method is basically direct, but this is 3-mark question, so I would like to multiply method, apply the multiplication method. This is basically, this matrix will be multiplied by the coordinates of A. Coordinates of A are 2, 2, so we can write here 2, 2, and then 4 and 2. So 4 and 2, and next will be 4 and 3, so 4 and 3, and then we will be multiplying first row with first column. So it will be minus 3 and 0 plus 0, and this into this will be 4 into minus basically 1.5. 4 into minus 1.5 will be resulting to minus 6. So this will be minus 6 and 0, and the next will be again minus 6 and 0. Now second row, first column will be 0 and minus 3, and this will be 0 and 3, minus 3 basically, and this will be minus 4.5. So this will be the matrix which we will get after multiplication with this one. So minus 3 and 3 will be minus 3 and minus 3 will be this point, and minus 6 and minus 3 will be this point, and minus 6 and 4.5 will be this point. So we can draw this triangle over here like this one. So this will be after transformation. Hopefully you understood this. Then they are saying find the 2 cross 2 matrix which represents the transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. A onto B is basically rotation about the origin, and it will be, so we can write 0, 1 and -1 and 0. Basically this will be clockwise. Question number 11. Greth has 8 sweets in the bags. 4 sweets are orange, 3 are lemon, and 1 is strawberry. He chooses 2 of the sweets at random. Find the probability that the 2 sweets are different flavors. So what we can do, we can check for the same flavored. Same flavored can be, this cannot be same flavored because this is 1 only. So this can be same flavored and this can be same flavored. So if it is like, for example, orange, so it will be 4/8 into the next will be 3/7. So 1 will be less, so total will also be less. So it can be this option, or other option can be 3/8 into 2/7. So these two options are possible. So these are basically the same flavor. So we'll subtract from 1 and we will get the answer. And if we solve it with the help of the calculator, so what we can do, we can first, I will solve this portion, then we'll subtract from 1. So we will write here 4/8 multiplication 3 divided by 7 and bracket close, plus next is 3/8 multiply by 2/7, and this is resulting to 9/28. So 1 minus 9/28, and this will be 1 minus answer is equal to 19/28. 19/28, this will be our answer, 19/28. Hopefully you understood this question. Then B part, Grete now chooses a third sweet. So third sweet, find the probability that none of these sweets is lemon flavored. So none of these is lemon flavored. It can be 5/4, 5/8 and 4/7, and the third option it can be 3/6. So these are basically the 3 options which it can have. So if we multiply all these things, we will multiply this into this into this. So 5 into 4 into 3, this will be equal to 60. This will be equal to 60 over 8 into 7 into 6, 8 into 7 into 6, this will be resulting to 336. So 336. So unsimplified probability we can write here over 60 over 336. Hopefully you understood this also. So we are done with the paper. Hopefully you understood each and everything, and I'll be waiting for your comments. Don't forget to subscribe Maths TV. Also recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows so that they can also get benefit of it, and introduce this channel to your respected teachers as well. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.